Welcome back to Auto Reviews, where classic machines and modern marvels share the spotlight. If you're passionate about legendary engines, iconic designs, and the history behind the badge, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving into a car that marked the birth of an era. Ferrari's very first creation, the 1947 Ferrari 125S. But this time, we're looking at a conceptual twist. What if the 125S had been offered in a sedan version? Let's explore the roots of Ferrari's genius through this historic masterpiece, reimagined as a four-door legend. The original Ferrari 125S rolled out of the Maranello workshop in 1947, the first car to ever wear the prancing horse emblem. Built by Enzo Ferrari and his small but skilled team, the 125S was a race-bred two-seater Barchetta. Now, imagine if that same level of engineering and passion had been directed into building a sleek, performance-oriented sedan in the same year. Although it never existed in this form, this concept helps us understand the possibilities Ferrari could have pursued, even in its earliest days. Under the hood, the heart of the 125S was something extraordinary. It came equipped with a 1.5-liter V12 engine designed by Gioacchino Colombo, a name that would go on to define Ferrari's performance legacy. This engine produced around 118 horsepower, which may sound modest by today's standards, but in 1947, it was an impressive figure for a lightweight sports car. With a 5-speed manual transmission, the 125S could reach speeds over 120 km per hour, thanks to its precise engineering and lightweight tubular steel frame. Now, if we were to translate this into a sedan variant, we'd likely see a slightly longer wheelbase, a reinforced chassis for added cabin space, and additional weight from rear seating and doors. Despite the added mass, that same 1.5-liter V12 engine would still deliver an exciting drive, offering a smooth, high-revving character unique to Ferrari. With refined gearing and perhaps slight tuning to compensate for the weight, we could expect a 0 to 100 km per hour time of around 12 seconds, a respectable performance for a 1940s four-door Grand Tourer. As for the design, Ferrari's early bodywork was handled by Carrozzeria Touring of Milan, and the 125S bore a clean, elegant shape. If a sedan were envisioned, it would likely reflect similar design language: long front fenders, a gently sloping roofline, and slim chrome details that expressed speed and sophistication. The front grille would retain the signature egg crate style, flanked by circular headlights and framed by curving metalwork that captured the spirit of Italian craftsmanship. Inside the cabin, the sedan would remain minimalistic, reflecting the post-war materials available at the time. Handcrafted leather seats, a thin wooden steering wheel, analog gauges, and exposed metal trim would provide a purposeful, driver-focused atmosphere. Rear seating would likely accommodate two passengers in modest comfort, with perhaps a fold-down armrest and minimal sound insulation. Ferrari, even then, was all about performance, not plushness. Now let's talk about value. The original Ferrari 125S was never mass-produced. Only two were built in 1947, and their rarity makes them priceless today. One was eventually dismantled to make the 159S, and the other is long gone. If a 125S sedan had been produced in even limited numbers, it would be among the rarest and most valuable Ferraris on Earth. To put that into perspective, the original 125S, or any accurate replica built on original specs, would be valued today at well over $15 to $20 million, possibly more depending on provenance and originality. A sedan variant, especially with matching engine specs and period-correct construction, could easily fetch similar numbers. Collectors would see it as an alternate genesis of the Ferrari lineage, an automotive what if that merges history with imagination. And given how Ferrari values authenticity, even a coach-built or modern recreation would spark global interest. One thing that's important to understand is that Ferrari's early development was rooted in motorsport. Enzo Ferrari didn't even want to build road cars initially. He was focused on racing, and the 125S was his ticket to that world. So a sedan would have required a philosophical shift, one that didn't come until the brand's later years. Still, imagining a 1947 Ferrari sedan gives us a unique appreciation of how far the brand could have reached, even from day one. Ferrari's V12 engines would go on to power icons like the 166 Inter, the 250 GTO, and countless Formula One machines. But it all started with the 125S. That Colombo-designed V12 became the beating heart of Ferrari's legend. Its sound, character, and compact design inspired decades of performance cars. Placing that engine into a luxury four-door platform, even if purely hypothetical, shows just how versatile the engineering truly was. And let's not forget the cultural impact. Ferrari's rise from a modest post-war garage in Maranello to a global symbol of speed and prestige began with this very car. The 125S wasn't just a vehicle, it was a declaration. A declaration of Italian resilience, engineering brilliance, and a desire to challenge the world's best. A sedan based on the same platform would have likely set a precedent for performance-oriented family cars long before anyone else dared. Today, the idea of a four-door Ferrari is not unusual. Models like the Purosangue have brought practicality into the brand's DNA. But in 1947, even imagining such a concept was daring. And that's what makes the story of the 125S so special. It was a car built on courage, on risk, and on vision. And whether in its original Barchetta form or as a speculative sedan, its legacy is undeniable. Thanks for watching Auto Reviews. If you enjoyed this journey through time and imagination, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories behind the machines that change the world. Until next time, drive safe, stay curious, and keep the passion alive.